feel something from someone who has nothing to steal. That's real.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Bubba213, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. In today's video, as I said yesterday, we'll be going over Moze's skill tree. So the first skill tree we're going to be going over is Shield of Retribution. Moze is the gunner class of Borderlands 3. I just want to go through her perks and see what she does. Now, I know that she transforms into this, so I'm pretty sure yeah, we'll see. We'll just get to it. Let's get into it. I'll try to make it a lot quicker than yesterday's video. This one yesterday's took a little bit long because I had to figure out what I was doing. All right, so starting off, we have railgun. The railgun fires electrified high velocity projectiles that deal shock damage. Okay, nice and easy. Her first passive ability is Selfless Vengeance. Whenever Moze reloads, she loses a small portion of her health and gains additional incendiary damage to her and her allies for a few rounds. For rounds after a few seconds. Next, her next one is Security Bear. Iron Band grants a bubble shield that reduces damage taken. The shield deactivates if it sustains too much damage, reactivating after a short cooldown. Next, we have Armored Infantry, another passive ability. While Moze's shields are active, she gains damage reduction and increased gun damage. Next, we have another passive ability, Drowning in Brass. It's a kill skill. Killing an enemy grants Moze a stack of Drowning in Brass. For each stack of Drowning in Brass, Moze's fire rate is reduced, but gun damage is increased for both her and her allies. It reduces her personal fire damage, but grants it. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. Next, we have Thin Red Line. It's another passive ability. A portion of Moze's health is reserved and cannot be restored, but her maximum shield is increased by the same amount. Next, we have Vital Ingenuity. Moze's maximum shield is increased when she gains resistance to shock damage. Next, we have a can of Whoop Ass. Another passive ability. Entering Iron Band causes Moze and her allies' shields to immediately begin recharging at an increased shield recharge rate. Next, we have Experimental Munitions. Whenever Moze scores a critical hit, she deals bonus incendiary damage, which is fire. Next up, we have Behind the Iron Curtain. Moze's shield recharge delay is reduced and her shield recharge rate is increased. Next, we have Desperate Measures. Moze's gun damage is increased depending on how low her health is. The lower health, the greater the increase. Next, we have Plax Doctrine. Phalanx? I don't know. It's another passive ability. It's a kill skill. After killing an enemy, Moze grants a stock of PD. For each stack of PD, Moze's maximum shield and gun damage are increased. Each stack lasts 30 seconds. There is no limit. There is no stacking limit. What? After Moze kills him. Okay, wait. Let's level this up real quick because that's very interesting. Equip slot 1. Purchase. Because I want to see how much this goes up by. We can skip all of this. I'll just purchase something up here. Alright, let's see how much this goes up by. So 15% per stack and 10% per stack, and it keeps going. But each stack lasts 30 seconds. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Whenever Moze scores a critical hit, her shields immediately begin recharging. Forced feedback. And finally, in the Shield of Retribution tree, Tenacious Defense. Whenever Moze's shields are depleted, she instantly restores a portion of her shields, and her gun damage is increased for a short time. Alright, let's move on to the tree augments. First augment is Hell on Rails. Railgun now fires superheated rounds that deal fire damage but have a increased fuel drain per shot. Captive Armative. Whenever Railgun hits an enemy, it chains to a nearby enemy and dealing reduced shock damage to more targets. Okay, so she has chaining. Corrosive Sabot round. Railgun now fires a specialty round that deals reduced damage and explodes after a short delay. Railgun shots have reduced fuel drain and the magazine size is increased. Moving on to some bear augments. Bear Fist. The Bear Fist is a pneumatic driven fist that deals massive damage to a single target at close range. Next, we have Wild Swing. Whenever Bear Fist hits an enemy, it deals random bonus elemental damage to that enemy and nearby enemies. Next, we have Close the Distance. Instead of punching, Bear Fist now launches its fist forward and grabs the enemy at greatly increased range, dealing shock and pulling them closer to Iron Bear. And finally, of the Shield of Retribution tree, we have Shock Hammer. Bear Fist is now capable of sustaining rapid fire punching. In addition, Bear Fist has reduced field drain and gains shock damage. This is a pretty sound tree. Sounds good. All right, moving on, we have Bottomless Mags, which sounds like a fantastic tree. So the first action skill is Minigun. The minigun is capable of sustaining rapid fire. Firing for long periods cause the minigun to overheat, rendering it inoperational for a few seconds. Next, we have Cloud of Lead. Occasionally, Moze and her Iron Bear shots will deal additional fire damage without consuming ammo. Next, we have Dracabear. Adds a manned turret to the back. Oh, that's cool. I like that. It adds a manned turret to the back of the Iron Bear, so I guess your allies can jump on the back. Next, we have Match Set. Moze's current equipped weapon gains stacking bonus in magazine size and decreased heat per shot for each piece of equipped gear that has the matching manufacturer. Okay, so if you put on all Vladoff or Torg stuff, then it'd be better. Okay, what does it stack up to? Okay, so minus 11 heat. Plus 10 shots. Okay. Moze and her stoke the embers. Next, which is passive ability. Moze and her Iron Bear has fire damage. Okay. Redistribution. After Moze scores a critical hit, she regains ammo for a few seconds. Next, we have Scrappy. While moving, Moze's handling